Ricky! Ricky!
We are live.
You got me waiting, sitting in my car.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Rick is live. Hasn't been live in some days. And that has pissed the Rick off. Parker is in the crowd. What up, Parker? Dropping the joint. We got my man Parker here. Hold on a second, Parker. We're going to talk about some things here. What's good, Parker? All right. First thing we're going to talk about is my Dallas Cowboys. Now, for those who keep up with football, number one sport in America, baseball isn't any longer, Dallas Cowboys lost probably the best left tackle in football, that being Tyron Smith, probably for the whole year. But nonetheless, looks like the Cowboys invited Jason Peters to come through, and they were going to sign him. He has not officially been signed by Dallas, but he was seen at the ranch actually, and in Fort Worth, and they were saying that he was waiting to walk away with a deal, to come to. Oh man, Merk, why do you do this to me? Why? Why do you talk about my Cowboys, huh? This isn't nice. Oh man. So it looks like Jason Peters might, and I think it's the right move for Dallas to make, simply because I don't think that you want to move the rookie Tyler Smith over to left tackle. I mean, he's a rookie. Everybody knows that a left tackle will get eaten up, man. I mean, that's just what it is. Remember, Lawrence Taylor made the left tackle the highest paid guy on the offensive line for the damage that he used to do to those left tackles. Back in the day, man, LT used to eat them for breakfast. So, a left tackle, he's the dude. He's the guy he's the guy that makes the money for you. He's the guy that protects your quarterback. So, if you don't have a left tackle, bro, you don't have an offensive football team. I mean, the New York Giants have been starving for a left tackle for freaking years. They've been starving for good linemen, period. For years, man. That's just, that's what the Giants always wanted. I mean, if one thing the Cowboys knew when they was playing the Giants is that they was gonna go through there and they was going to dominate that offensive line. Eli Manning was always running for his life, his whole time. His whole career as a Giant, he was always running for his life. So, if you don't have an offensive line, you're screwed, bro. There's nothing you can do. You just really, really need that offensive lineman. And I think Dallas made the right thing by going to get Peters, a veteran, sign him. I get it. He's not as good as Tyron, but not many people are. Tyron Smith is top 3, top 5 of all the left tackles that are in football. So, I mean, that's saying a lot. You don't want to put a rookie there. You want to put that guy at left guard. Keep him where he is. Yes, Tyler Smith is the left tackle for the Dallas Cowboys of the future. But right now, you want to keep him at left guard. The Cowboys' offensive line was a little shaky in the last year. Everybody says that, Ezekiel Elliott is slowing down and he's not the same, and it's not really true. Ezekiel Elliott is as good as his line is. A lot of people took for granted Dallas Cowboy fans, people around football, of as great as a blocker at tight end that Jason Witten was. He was a great blocker at tight end. So now Dallas has different tight ends that don't block as well as Jason Witten used to block. So Zeke is not getting those 30-yard runs like he used to get. Like, yeah, he'll still punish you now. Zeke will over his shoulder and he'll punish you. But, you know, people say, oh, he doesn't have that burst. That's not true. He's still fast. But he doesn't get that separation, those holes to run through. You got to remember, and I'm not making this about just the Dallas Cowboys. This is a short topic. I want to get it over with quick. Just throw that Peters was coming out there. But when Ezekiel Elliott was at his best, the Cowboys had an all-pro center, an all-pro right guard, an all-pro left tackle, and an all-pro right tackle. That's what the Dallas Cowboys, and they had an all-pro tight end. Well, Jason Witten was an all-pro. He was a Pro Bowl tight end. So, yes, Ezekiel Elliott was going to run like crazy when you have that kind of offensive line. But the Dallas Cowboys offensive line has not been that great the last 3 seasons, and Ezekiel Elliott's numbers show that they haven't been that great. You know, it's just, I mean, it is what it is. You know, you can't just say, oh, well, Zeke, he's not what he used to be and this and that or whatever. Well, nah, that's not true. That's not true. I still think Ezekiel Elliott is a good running back, but he's only going to be as good as his line is going to be. As for any running back, unless you're the type of runner that like a Barry Sanders is, where it didn't matter if he had a good line or not because he's not a run through the tackles type of running back. He's, you know, sweeps, stretches, cutbacks. That's kind of what Barry Sanders was. He was never really a run between the tackles, have a fullback in front of me, because that doesn't fit his style. Barry Sanders was a left to right type of runner, zigzag, go through, and he'll break off an 80-yard run. But Barry Sanders wasn't the kind of running back that you would use on a goal line or something like, or get the ball 20 times and punish you. Like, Barry Sanders wasn't that type of running back. You know, those type of running backs that punish you like that were the Emmitt Smiths of the world, the Walter Paytons. You know, those guys will punish you. Christian Okoye, those guys used to punish you between the tackles. And people used to always make the comparisons and say, well, if Barry Sanders had Dallas Cowboys offensive line, he would have the rushing title. No, he wouldn't, because he's not that type of runner that Emmitt Smith is. Emmitt Smith wasn't no zigzag runner. He'd get behind the guard and run. Like, Barry's always going outside the tackles. Where, like for example, and I'm going to get off this topic as soon as we get past this point I want to make. If you gave the football to Emmitt Smith, his rushing line would look like this. Gain of 1, gain of 2, gain of 7, gain of 13, gain of 5, gain of 7, right? That's if Emmitt Smith's running. Barry Sanders running is -5, 2, 20, -5, -5, 30. Like, that's not consistent enough to make your running game a threat to me. Because, you know, he'll get a burst, he'll lose some yards. He'll get a burst, he'll lose some yards. He'll go outside, he'll lose some yards. That type of running, you know, yeah, it can get your safeties to come down and play action, but it's not consistent enough. Like, you know, 20 times of that, you're like, all right, we've seen this before. You're not as worried about him as the guy who's getting you, you know, 4.3, who's just leaning his head forward. Parker, what did you do, man? You've been in the Discord a million times. Parker just, I don't know what's with Parker. I dropped you down in there, Parker. You should be in here. Hold on, Parker. I don't know, hold on. All right, Parker, you're in there.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Parker's here. He is.
You can hear me, Ray?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Now, hold on. Let me just.
All right.
Yeah, I have you on and stuff, but hold on. Let me.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
You can hear me, right?
I can hear you through the earphones.
Drag Dre down too. Dre's.
Dre want to talk? Cause Dre.
Yeah, bring Dre down.
Oh, okay.
Drag him down.
All right, hold on. Uh-oh. Hit some.
There you go.
Oh, Dre. What up, brother? Well, I told you. Oh, there he is. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Dre has graced us with his presence. This is the first time Dre has been live. He used to come on Twitch on Z Show, where me and him had a fight with Big Money, and Big Money wanted to shoot us. That's the last time I remember Dre going live. Big Money wanted to kill us.
What I was telling Dre is like you should have like a channel we could just go to and join up. You see what I'm saying? Like that. And
Yeah,
make it
well,
easy.
okay, again, that's no problem. The only reason why I did it that way because we were getting a lot of different people in the Discord who I didn't know them. So
But saying you could make it where they have to be invited to that channel.
it is. That's
where
what
they
this
have to have
is.
access to
That, but
channel.
but Parker, this is what Town Hall is. Like it's a lock on it. You have to be, and you have to be invited to come in here.
That's exactly what I'm saying is have that town hall where we could go there. Those are to have access to just go there. So like we do.
All right.
Show,
Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm
no
saying.
doubt. But Parker, you're a mod. You should be able to get in this room, no problem. I think Dre's a mod too.
It doesn't show up though. That's what
I'm looking
Yeah,
at
it don't show up. I've been looking for shit since you
Yeah,
started.
Really?
That's what-
Wow. All right, I'll fix it. But yeah.
that's what I'm trying to tell
Okay,
you.
okay. Yeah, I didn't know that you couldn't see it. Like all you gotta do is just like
Yeah.
go right in. Yeah. It's no issue at all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it feels good to have some guests here. Now, we were talking about some football. Now, Dre, I know you from out west, and I don't know how you feel about football. The Raiders been dog shit for a long time, so you know.
Oh yeah, I put football down when the Raiders left. You know what I'm saying? When
Oh,
between
man.
that and the Colin Kaepernick shit, I left football alone.
Oh wow, yeah. So Dre done left football alone. But the point that I was making before you guys joined the show was that about as far as the running back position and how people are saying that Ezekiel Elliott is not as good as he used to be, and I say that his line isn't. His line is just not what it was. I mean, Cowboys had an All-Pro center, an All-Pro guard, and 2 All-Pro tackles when that dude was running roughshod over the league. So it's not gonna be like
Yeah, if you don't have nobody blocking for you, I don't care how good of a running back you are, you ain't going no damn well.
Hell no,
Say this, though.
you're not. You ain't going nowhere.
But hold on, listen. I'm gonna say this though. I seen backs with less stellar lines that the Cowboys had, right? Put up some big numbers now. So
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
it can happen, but you got to understand this. Not really since the Dallas Cowboys of the 90s did you have a line that blocked well in both aspects of the game. Like the Colts have a great running offensive line, but they couldn't protect Andrew Luck for nothing, and that's why he don't even play no more. You know, when it comes to running the ball, though, they have a solid offensive line due to the International Colts. I remember the Colts damn near shut the Cowboys out. They couldn't even score.
In my opinion, there's no reason why Zeke shouldn't get 1,200 yards a year. You know, it depends on what type of offense they're running. Because, like, you know, that's something he got to look at. And what can he do better, you know, be a better back. Because the offensive line is good enough where he can get at least 1,200 yards.
Yeah. It should be. And a lot of that, too, your running is also predicated on as well as your passing game is, too. So if, you know, nobody believes that you're that great of a passer, which I think this is the year that Dak Prescott has to show that he can actually pass the ball. Or I think
Who can pass the ball?
listen,
He's proven that.
Dak Prescott has a lot of empty numbers. And when I say that, empty numbers means, yes, he throws for 300 yards a lot. He throws for a lot of yards. But a lot of that is because he's behind because he can't get us the lead in the early part of the game. So he's coming from behind, throwing the ball a lot. That's why Zeke can't really get in a rhythm. And once people know that you're not running the ball, you're behind and you're trying to catch up, you know it and I know it, that's when you drop your safeties back there. And you're saying, okay, you're not going to run the ball.
We can't put that on. It's not. I don't think it's on Zeke.
No, I'm not putting it on Zeke. I'm not putting. No. I'm putting it on Dak. I'm not putting it on Zeke at all. I'm saying Dak Prescott is the reason why. Them are empty. Those are empty numbers, bro.
Dak showed that he could be a pretty decent passer in this league.
Yeah, I'm not doubting that. He is a decent passer in the league. We agree, but you're not being paid decent passer type money. You're being paid elite passer type money. So you need to pass the ball elitely, my friend. You are getting paid you're a $35 million cap hit. You have to pass the ball better.
You gonna get that for any good quarterbacks. Gonna get those numbers.
Listen,
They may not be super elite, but they're gonna get those numbers because like it's hard to find good quarterbacks.
well, it
That's
is.
premium.
It is, but here's something else you got to understand. No team in the NFL has ever won the Super Bowl with their quarterback taking max money. So there's a reason why Tom Brady never took the max money that he can get, is because he wanted to put players with him, so he didn't have to get the raggediest. He wanted. Think about it. Tom Brady always had a good offensive line because he always took less money. He might not have the receivers that like because Tom never really won with what he had. Deion Branch, who was his only like Pro Bowl receiver, but the other years he had Pro Bowl receivers. He never won a Super Bowl. He had Randy Moss, who had a godly type year, and
He didn't win the Super Bowl.
he played, but he didn't win.
No, hold on. See now, listen, Rick, you misleading the folks.
No, I'm not misleading anybody.
Reason why Brady didn't win, because the Giants had that pass rush was putting their hat on him consistently. That's why he didn't win. Right? Come on. Now, go ahead. I'm gonna put that out there.
There's nothing to say. They didn't win. I mean, we can go into
They
stats.
had to do it
We can go to the game reset and see how many turnovers or anything like that. Hey, bro, look, he didn't win. There's Aaron Rodgers. Think about this. Aaron Rodgers, the highest paid quarterback, never win. Doesn't win.
He didn't win when he faced the Giants.
No, but listen, hold on. Aaron Rodgers takes the max. He's not winning. Patrick Mahomes, soon as he took the max, soon as Patrick Mahomes took the max. Now they're trading away Tyreek Hill. He ain't gonna win no more Super Bowls.
They still won a Super Bowl with this guy.
He didn't take max money before they won the Super Bowl. He got paid afterwards.
That's not a good take.
Yes, it's a great take. It's the truth. But there is one guy that is the Lord of the Rings in the NFL, and he never takes the max because he wants to put players around him. He'll take less money to put players around him. I don't like Tom Brady at all, but he does the better good for the team.
And he got the hard way to prove it.
Exactly. So you can't argue. Tom Brady never takes the max, bro, because Tom Brady knows that if I take the max, I'm going to be shopping at the freaking Dollar General to get people around me. Aaron Rodgers wants...
Hold on. I'm going to ask you a question, though, right? It said Tom Brady doesn't take the max, but how much is Tom Brady getting paid a year?
I don't know. He gets paid. His cap hit's not what these other quarterbacks are.
No, I'm asking you, what was Tom Brady getting paid a year, though?
I don't. He get paid probably $20 million, easy. But these other guys make 30. They're $30 million cap hits.
These teams have to pay him, though, right?
They do have to pay him.
Hold on. They have to pay him because like they don't have no better alternative, though. So they have to give that max money. Aaron Rodgers, you got to give him that max money. Mahomes, you got to give that max money, else they're gone. You have to. Tom Brady decides to take...
Tom Brady's cap hit is only $15 million this year in Tampa. $15 million.
Well, how much signing bonus money you got?
But listen, it doesn't matter. We're talking about. It talks about the cap hit. Listen, Parker. The point is, the NFL has a hard cap that you cannot go over. It doesn't matter what his signing bonus is. The point is, he's only a $15 million cap hit. That's it. Ezekiel Elliott's cap number is higher than that.
But the situation is different, though, right?
How?
You gotta make
You're right. You're right. It is different because Tom Brady's winning rings and the Cowboys aren't. You're right. Exactly.
Quarterback taking max money. If you look at the Cowboys, let me finish. They got talent across the board. So it's not because someone's taking a max. They have the talent across the board, right? There's no excuse why they're not being competitive for being playoff contenders. There's no excuse for that.
Now, we talked about Tom Brady's salary being $15 million. Does any of you guys want to take a guess what Aaron Rodgers' cap hit is this year?
It might be like
25
at least.
Higher than that.
30.
Higher than that.
Damn. 35.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, $42 million.
Damn.
And you wonder why they had to trade old boy out of there. It's because they got to pay Aaron. Now, is Aaron Rodgers a good quarterback that can make a decent receiver get over the hump into a good receiver? He did it with Cobb. You know, he's had some receivers that
get that money though.
Yeah, but the problem is he takes more money, so you have to end up trading him away. So, you know, that to me, that's what the difference is.
You know what I'm saying? He deserved that though to get paid that. You know what I'm saying? He put the time
If
in.
he not winning no rings, he don't deserve shit.
He did win. He did
Won
get the ring, though.
years
He got
and years
one.
ago. Parker won. They were,
It don't matter.
remember, he was supposed to be the guy. Well, not supposed to. He is the guy that replaced Brett Favre. But he has yet to show that he's worth more than one Super Bowl. And I think that's a problem. So, will it?
Right. They have no choice but to pay him, right?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. You can't lose Aaron Rodgers, all right? See what I'm saying? Cowboys can't take a chance in losing Dak Prescott, right?
Well, we'll see into this year.
That's what I'm
I'll let you
saying.
know.
The quarterback is a premium position, so they're going to get premium dollars.
Yeah, but not every.
They damn near didn't want to give him that money to begin with.
Nah, they didn't. They didn't want to give him that money.
But they had no choice, though, because they didn't want to lose.
No, they didn't have to. But I mean, they could have put a franchise tag on him, and then have a prove me season on it. But they didn't want to risk it, I guess. But did you know that he's eligible for another contract extension after this year? That's why I said this is a prove a year for him, because now that can go back to the table to get another contract at the end of this season.
Even regardless of the Cowboys, someone's going to give him a big-time contract. It was the Cowboys or not. See what I'm saying? That's how it is. Because it's hard to get good quarterbacks.
It is.
And
But
Dak classifies as a good quarterback, and someone will give him a max contract.
Man, if you got a good offensive line, you can be.
you're gonna have a good quarterback. Absolutely, my man Dre. Absolutely.
No, listen,
Yes. If you have a guy, if you have a line, that's how you think Dak Prescott got paid. He had the best damn line in football for the last for 2 years of him being the quarterback, and we have nothing to show for it. He was making no money those years.
Let me say this though, having a good offensive line, yeah, that's good, right? But
That's
also,
great. What do you mean?
Let me finish. Listen, but also having to make the right reads and stuff. That's also.
If you got the offensive line, you have time to make the right reads.
You can say, I'm saying, that's all well and good, right? But you can have a good offensive line and make a wrong read and stuff like that, though, right?
And
Ain't
you
like
can-
they're gonna sit back and not pressure you to,
And you can also be a great quarterback and make the wrong read because your ass is rushed. And you know what I'm saying? You don't want to get sacked because if you get sacked, you potentially could get hurt.
Yeah, it's some teams that got like good lines or decent lines and stuff, but it all comes down to the quarterback, though, right? And like how fast is the game moving for that quarterback and stuff.
Shit, if you in the NFL, it shouldn't be moving too fast.
No, I'm saying like if you got a young quarterback though, right? That you put in there and stuff. And now that young quarterback really has to get acclimated to the game, like get used to the playbook because offensive coordinators come and go.
Okay, but we talk about Prescott. That nigga's not no fucking new quarterback.
He's not.
He's been in the league for quite a while.
In general, though. So,
So, all right. So to close out of this topic, I think the Cowboys getting Peters was a good move. You don't really want to make your rookie go over there playing left tackle. He's gonna get smoked. So I'm not saying that Peters is the answer, that getting him is going to take the Cowboys to the Super Bowl, but I think that's a better move than moving that rookie over there to left tackle. Let him be a rookie. I think a rookie left guard in this league would do better than a rookie left tackle. Like that. Like again, that's the position.
The best rookie
that Lawrence
left tackle
Taylor.
I seen back in the day from Jacksonville was Tony Pacelli.
Yeah, he was. He was a hell of a left tackle. As a rookie. Yeah,
He
as a
was
rookie.
neutralizing Bruce Smith.
Yeah, but Bruce was old though at that time. Well, he wasn't. That
But
wasn't.
he's still playing at a pretty good level. Though.
Yeah, but that wasn't freaking 91, 92 Bruce Smith over there. Nobody can handle that beast.
Yeah, I know.
that was a beast right there,
And
bro.
remember the upstart Jaguars? They upset some teams.
Yeah, they did well. That's because that damn expansion draft, man. You was able to get some good players from them expansion drafts. You was getting guys that you thought was has-beens or whatever, and they had to prove that they can still play. So, I mean, when they get another team, you can look for that to happen in the NFL. They're gonna probably get the team in London. They're talking about, nobody won't support it, but they talking
about putting a team in Mexico too.
Yeah, they'll support that because there's a lot of Mexican fans that are Dallas Cowboy fans, so they do like football in Mexico, even the American football. So I want to get onto this topic of the CMA says hold up to Microsoft. As you can see, the CMA over in the UK, London, they're based out in London. They basically said that and a lot of people had a lot of bad takes on this deal. What they were talking about. I listened to guys who are experts at it, like Hogue Law. He's a acquisitions and merger lawyer. I listened to his take on it. I listened to a lot of PlayStation fanboys' take on it. I listened to a lot of Xbox fanboys' take on it. And what I want to say is, what did you think was going to happen? Anybody that thought ignorantly that somebody other than the FTC was just going to say, okay, push the deal through, yo, you are tripping. Now, I get it. What the CMA was talking about seemed like they were pro-Sony. They were protecting the PlayStation brand for a couple of reasons. Number one, Call of Duty's not even on Nintendo. So when they were talking about the consumer and will they be able to get the game and will this happen, the answers that they gave for taking a second look, I get it, were utter bullshit. But, you know, sometimes you just got to make it seem like you're doing your job. Everybody knows.
But Ricky Brown, they damn near took the whole that thing that they put out was like a copy, word for word, verbatim of what Sony said.
Absolutely. Well, exactly. Listen, now I'm not telling you that PlayStation doesn't have people in high places over there in London or in the UK. Of course they do. They're the number one console over in the UK is PlayStation. But, I mean, there's a couple of ways I can look at this, and I'll get into it soon. But I don't think that the CMA is screwing Microsoft. I honestly think that you have people in a position that they are in at the CMA, they do try to make a name for themselves. It's no different. Like when you see something coming in your backyard, you want to be the stand-up person to say, hey, I did something to prevent this. Or I wasn't, it's no different. It's like politics, bro. When they're trying to...
Okay, but look at it like this, Ricky Brown. What if I'm Jim Ryan and I've been operating in this country for a while, and the reason why I'm at Sony is because I'm pretty good at my job. I've rubbed shoulders with a lot of people, including the CMA, that people that work for the CMA. Hey man, we're having a problem over here. Can you guys just help us out a little bit?
Oh, no. Oh, well, listen, I'm not telling you the CMA didn't do them a solid and say, hey, look, listen, this is what the CMA said. They say, hey, Jimbo, listen here. All we can do for you is give you a bloody 5 days. That's all we got. We can't fucking stop it. So that's what they did. They gave Jim Ryan and PlayStation 5 days grace. They say, hey, look, if you don't give us enough information within 5 days, we're going to have to take a super look or whatever. Bro, I get it. They're just trying to build a fort to stop. It's going to get washed away. I mean, obviously, it's just a second look. They didn't say, no, the deal can't go through. All they're saying is, hey, this might be a problem if you're trying to buy this. And they're basing this all around Call of Duty, which is stupid because all of Call of Duty...
Nintendo don't even have Call of Duty.
Exactly, they don't.
No, but hold on now. Now, I got to chime in.
Go ahead. I was going to get to you, but please, have at it, sir.
What they also is saying for like future other companies who want to get like in the gaming space, whatever, right? Where if Call of Duty, I guess, is completely exclusive, whatever the case may be, that would make it harder for newer companies. Or whatever,
it's not
right?
going to be completely exclusive.
That's what it was saying in the paper, though.
Yeah, exactly.
No, what he came out and said, he made a statement. It's going to Game Pass. All that shit going to Game Pass.
Yes, and I think, and
play it on Game Pass.
I get that though. I'm just saying what CMA, what they were saying. They were talking about for future companies that might try to get in, and stuff like that.
Hey,
that's what they were
Parker,
saying.
I don't have a problem with
but
that.
he's not barring it from future companies.
He's not.
And
Here's where that's two-faced at, and I want to tell you guys that. Because Phil Spencer had an agreement ready for PlayStation already to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation after this deal is up. The marketing rights and all of that stuff. So this whole thing about, them taking it away from it, that's all smokescreen. That's all bullshit. And I'll tell you why it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. But hold on, I'll tell you why it's bullshit. Because this same CMA let PlayStation raise their console price $50 fucking dollars, and they didn't say shit. If you're supposed to be looking after the consumer, why the fuck are you letting your consumers that you're protecting pay more money for the same system they've been getting for 2 years now. If you're allowing that and you're having a goddamn baby over Call of Duty possibly being exclusive, when Microsoft has said so many times, blue in the face, fat in the waist, that no, we will not take Call of Duty away from PlayStation. We want to put Call of Duty on, hold on, we want to put Call of Duty on Nintendo. They told, we would lose money if we took it off of this. Microsoft has said every single thing that you could possibly say of a motherfucking murder suspect being not guilty, and they still fucking trying them. That's crazy.
Hold on, Rick, calm down for a minute. At any moment, like after Sony's deal done, regardless of Microsoft had right, they said, they could pull that, it could pull that deal. You know what I'm saying?
And if my aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle. They can, bro. Listen. You know what this comes down to, Parker? I think it's this. I don't think Microsoft is gonna take Call of Duty off of PlayStation. I think Microsoft does want to put Call of Duty on Nintendo if possible. But I think Microsoft is telling these guys, hey, we gonna keep Call of Duty on here, but you need to put some kind of form of Game Pass on PlayStation if you want it to be up there. Because remember, they're changing servers. Those are going to be in the Azure servers now when that deal goes through. And they're probably saying, hey, you need an Xbox Live account, because that's what you do now with Nintendo and Minecraft. You got to have an Xbox Live account if you want to play Minecraft on your Nintendo Switch. And Sony probably want nothing to do with that. They're probably, no, we don't want that damn Game Pass anywhere on our system. That's what.
Do you think it's a coincidence that they don't have a browser on their PlayStation?
Oh, hey, they probably. You're right, Dre. That is a good point. But I think here's what Sony is scared of is what's actually probably going to happen. Think about this. Just hear me out here. I get it. Parker's a Sony dude. That's cool. Got no problem with that. But eventually, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Why would you pay $70 for Call of Duty every year if you can get into the subscription service? It just doesn't make sense. So you don't have to take Call of Duty off of PlayStation. Let's say if Call of Duty sells 13 million copies on PlayStation, maybe 6.5 million say, you know what, I don't want to pay the $70 plus the DLC and all that other stuff. I can go over here and pay $15 a month. There's 6.5 million in Call of Duty revenue per person that they're going to lose. That's a big loss. By that point, you don't have to take it off of Sony. You can just leave it like it is, because people are eventually going to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to get with this subscription service. It's better for me because I only got to pay $15. Hell, I got to pay less than that if I get a family plan. If we got 4 kids in the house or 5 kids that play Call of Duty, all we do is pay $5 a month and all of us have Game Pass family plan. So yes, they are scared of that, because eventually, you got to understand this. If the revenue that Sony is going to lose because that game is going to Game Pass and they're not going to sell as many copies, yeah, that's going to hurt. I mean, that's just what it is. And I think that they obviously they're concerned. Are they scared? I don't know. Being scared would be going day and date. If Sony was really scared, shout out to my man Ty, came through. Merc as usual. But I think if Sony was scared, you know what? Y'all gonna know when Sony is scared when they go day and date. When they go day and date with their AAA games, that's when you know they're scared. Right?
They still can't go day and date because they don't have the infrastructure to support that shit.
Well, no, they don't, but you can, listen, you don't need the infrastructure. All you got to do is have anybody that's subscribed to your PS Plus, you can make the game as a free download. Yeah, you don't really need it. I mean, it's just like they do now. It's kind of like they do now. They don't need the infrastructure. All they can do is say, hey, the same way that PS Plus gives you a free game every month, or maybe a couple games a month, I don't know. But the same way that you can do that is the same way that they can do with their first-party games. They can do it. But what they want is money every month. See, that's what PlayStation wants. They don't want you to get the PS Plus premium and pay for the whole year. They rather you pay monthly because that's residual income coming in. That's what Game Pass is, residual income. You can say that Game Pass isn't profitable. You can say that it's ass. You can say that it's this. You can say that it's that. The bottom line is the biggest games in the world, the Minecrafts, the Call of Duties, the Halos of the world are in Game Pass for $15 a month. There ain't a goddamn thing you can do about it. So you're not going to go out and buy those damn games. You're going to say, I can get in a subscription service. So yes, it will hurt the competition. It will even the competition. But Sony wants to dominate. The fact, listen, for years, Microsoft wasn't here crying when they made all of them damn Square Enix games exclusive. They can't even smell a Final Fantasy remake over there at Xbox. You didn't hear Phil Spencer crying. He didn't say shit. You can't get Spider-Man. Oh, I'm not done. You couldn't get Spider-Man over there. You couldn't get Spider-Man on the fucking Avengers game over there. Nobody said shit. But the minute people open their wallet, now there's a problem. That is a problem.
I got to tell you, Ricky Brown. Listen. Now, Final Fantasy is nowhere as big as Call of Duty over here in the States. That's one.
It's still big. Nobody said how big.
Let me finish. Two, Sony has, marketing rights with Spider-Man and license that out too. So that's not the same.
They have licensing. They own the
Come on,
the
Rick,
movie
stop
license. They own a movie license to Spider-Man. That's it. Nothing more.
They paid their license for the game.
Of course you have to pay for the game because they don't own him in that particular medium form. Well, the point is, it's exclusive. Okay, here's why I bring. Oh, you asked me why. Hold on, Parker. Let me answer your question. You said they had to pay a license for it, right?
Yeah.
Dre, you still here, brother?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So Parker says that I can't use Spider-Man as an example because they had to pay a licensing for it. So since you said that, Parker, licenses, does that mean that somehow Marvel can force Sony to put Spider-Man in Game Pass?
No,
they did it with MLB The Show. Why can't they do it with Spider-Man?
No, listen.
You said it. I'm only using your words. You said, okay, explain.
Only reason they don't do that is because Marvel wants to continue to use Spider-Man in the MCU. If it wasn't the MCU, then it wouldn't be like this.
That's what I'm saying. So no, they have a much bigger partnership, Sony and Marvel, with Spider-Man and other IPs also coming over to Sony side. Microsoft could have spent some money and got some licenses or whatever. Remember back then when they,
Microsoft could have had Spider-Man. They turned it down.
Yeah, it could. So we can't use that, Rick. No.
Well, all I'm telling you is, look, the fact that they're all bitching over Call of Duty. You know what the funny thing is, Dre? I think Microsoft will cancel Call of Duty. They might name it something else. And technically, they can get away with it. They can call it something else.
Stop it.
They could.
Let's be realistic.
They can call it something else. Or, I'll tell you what. Okay, I'll tell you what realistic is. You can still have it be Call of Duty Warzone, but the shit with the campaign and the multiplayer, you can name that something else. And there ain't a goddamn thing they can do about it. Because it's called Call of Duty Warzone. How can you stop them?
Whatever it is that they want to do.
They can do whatever they want.
It's a big issue.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, you have no idea. When you own something, bro, you can do whatever you want with it. Parker, Parker, hold on.
It's one of the most recognizable IPs, right?
It is.
They're not going to change the name.
Really? Last I checked, Aunt Jemima was the most recognizable pancake mix in the goddamn world. And they changed that fucking name.
Yo, we take apples to apples comparison.
That isn't apples to apples. Actually, that's waffles to pancakes comparison, motherfucker. I know. Because I used to see, can I tell you how I found out that it was Aunt Jemima? I like to shop at BJ's, right? Because, I got 3 kids. These motherfuckers eat a lot. So I kept typing in pancake mix. And I'm looking for the Aunt Jemima joint, right? I'm like, where the hell is it? And I keep seeing something begins with a P or whatever that keeps showing up. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I look at the box, formerly known as Aunt Jemima. I said, son of a bitch. That's why I can't find Aunt Jemima.
Like racially insensitive.
I know what the reason was for, but I didn't know.
That's why they changed it, Rick.
Yeah, I didn't say I didn't know why they changed it. I said I did. Yeah. I said I didn't know that they changed it. I was like, holy fuck, did the blacks really get a W? Because I remember they put a perm on her before, to brighten her up a little, glamorize her a little bit. But let's get back on topic. The bottom line is Sony's crying about this damn Call of Duty when Xbox, they don't care. They want that Candy Crush money. Parker, do you realize that you're going to, well, not but Microsoft gains another 6 million Game Pass subscribers once they integrate the World of Warcraft shit. Now they're at over 30 million subs now. So now they're 30 million subs, $15 a month. They don't give a fuck about Call of Duty. If one thing that Microsoft, listen, bro, Yeah, that's fine. But listen, bro, everybody says, "Oh, this is about Call of Duty." And if listen, Microsoft,
Really, it is about Call of
it's
Duty.
it actually it's no, it's not.
Hold on, Rick. Let me finish. Hold on. Now
Sony made it about
Rick,
Call
calm
of Duty.
down.
Sony made it, Parker. Sony made it about Call of Duty. We saw them when they was telling, when they was in court with their right hand over their heart, crying like a little bitch in the corner. We saw it. All right, we let you rock, but we know they was crying. There's nothing you can say that they weren't crying, Parker. They were crying.
As far as console gaming goes, there's really not you're gonna find really a bigger IP. You might say Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon.
No,
right?
Grand Theft Auto is the bigger IP than fucking those combined. Are you fucking kidding me? What?
I don't listen.
Parker,
Stop it.
Grand Theft Auto will stop a fucking mud hole in Call of Duty.
No, it's not.
Are you Are you serious? Are you serious? Do you know 160? Whoa! I'm trying to save you from yourself.
No, after I'm done, you go ahead with this shit.
Okay.
Come on.
Look how many people bought GTA 5.
Gaming, hold on. As far as console gaming, Call of Duty, right? Even on you on facts, right? MPDs, it's always up in there. Mm-hmm. Right?
And so is Grand Theft Auto 5.
But I mean, like.
And that game is how old? How old is Grand Theft Auto 5, Parker?
It's old.
It's old. It's old.
But listen, Call of Duty, I was there though, right? As far as console gaming, everyone, all the casuals going, playing the Call of Duty, all they're doing that.
Yeah, that's a casual thing.
Grand Theft probably is bigger on PC.
Yeah, just like
for console gaming, everybody's going playing that COD though. So COD,
they're playing Grand Theft Auto too, Parker.
Damn, COD is a big deal.
So hold on. So
it'll be the same thing. Even so, if Grand Theft, it'll be the same.
Parker, don't get like Teddy now. So Parker, are you telling me that you believe that Call of Duty
is it consumer friendly to keep Final Fantasy off of Xbox? Is it consumer friendly to make people sign contracts?
What about the first Titanfall?
On Game Pass?
No. Oh man, this nigga talking about Titanfall. Jesus Christ.
Well, I'm saying we seen deals in the past, right? Right. It's not a major foothold where it's going to take away from something having a Final Fantasy, right? It's not going to swing the pendulum no way or another.
All right, Ty says turn the Discord up. So hold on, Ty.
That's what I'm saying. Now, like Ty, listen, right? I'm under this. It's me. If Microsoft bought the company and they could put the game in Game Pass, whatever they want to do, right? But COD is a big deal. That's all I'm saying. And, and it could make it hard for future corporations or whatever companies to get in, right? Because now, like, look how much market share COD takes up, though, right?
How's that, Ty?
And you have that in a subscription service, COD, right, for the first time ever, right? Yeah. So that definitely could sway a lot of people, whatever. You know?
Well,
especially the casuals, though.
Well, that was kind of my point. My point is, that's why you keep Call of Duty on PlayStation, because eventually it's going to choke them out. It's going to choke them out. There's nothing you can do about it. You're going to choke them out eventually.
Listen, regardless of that, I mean, Microsoft said, for one, we know they're going to honor the contracts, existing contracts, and they said they was going to even do several, which, this is what probably is going to happen. It might be some modifications and some deals because, like, Microsoft said they had put it in writing, so we'll probably see. It'll probably be some modifications.
Actually, Phil Spencer put the he had it.
Yeah,
he did.
So that's probably what's going to happen still. Where and with several years, who knows what several years, whatever it tells. But it's going. But regardless of that, the games are going to Game Pass anyway. Though once the ink dries or the deal, the game's gonna be going in Game Pass. So
well, again, one of the things that Phil Spencer was saying is that besides keeping them on there, he wanted to keep it on beyond the contract that the deal runs out. See, a lot of people think that the contract runs from game to game when it doesn't. It runs by amount of years. It's not games. It's years. It's 2024. At the end of 2023, that deal's over. 2024 is the new year where they would have been allowed to renew the marketing deal. In the writing of the marketing deal, it says the owner of the property, which would be Microsoft, has a right to not renew the deal or buy the person out who does have the marketing rights. So Microsoft will probably just give them their money back, and then they're going to have freaking Xboxes with Call of Duty on the box, Overwatch, Diablo, Halo, Gears of War, and say, hey, look, this is what we have. This is what we have. Like, that right there itself is very attractive for a casual gamer. I think Microsoft is cornering the market of where now, if this deal goes through, you're talking not if, but when this deal goes through, many, many years after this deal, this is dangerous because there are not going to be any consoles. So all the Xbox fans that love Xbox as a platform, you will eventually see the console go away because the biggest game, think about this, Minecraft, people sleep on Minecraft. It's the #1 game in the world. It's played across PC, console, people brag up Google crap and they play it. That's the #1 game in the world is Minecraft. So is Call of Duty, right? Those are the two of the biggest games in the world, and they're owned by Microsoft. So once they put that in a subscription service and other people have to pay big dollars for it, now you're going to be forced to get the subscription service at a cheaper price than just paying the whole price for that said game. And that right there is cornering the market, and it's very dangerous because now Sony, who depends on console sales as well as software too, but Sony is known to always be the market leader in console sales. When I say console, non-portable, because we all know Nintendo is the real king of the console. They sell more consoles than everybody. But if you're talking about, you know, home-based consoles, not on the go, hybrids, Sony is #1. They're going to lose that market share in maybe 3 years, because now, and they're talking about this Game Pass puck that's going around, or there's going to be on the new Samsung TVs and all this other stuff. That is going to eliminate the console from everywhere. And a lot of people don't understand that. Now, there are a lot of Microsoft fanboys dancing in the street and happy and talking like, yeah, they're going to get Call of Duty. Oh, they got Elder Scrolls and they got this and that. All that is getting it closer and closer to eliminating the home console. That's what's happening, bro. Once they came out with video on demand on Xfinity, video on demand on Vudu, movies everywhere. Once they started coming out with those, you notice Best Buy stopped selling more and more DVD, Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray players. They don't even sell them no more. And that's what's going to happen with the console.
Still sell them, though.
They sell them, but they're way in the back by the stuff that nobody goes to, the back by where the bathroom is. That's where they put that stuff. They do still sell them. There are going to be people like Z, like myself, who still love consoles and who are going to still want to buy the console. But there's going to be a little thing with the console, bro. It's not going to have a disc drive. The disc drive is going to be gone from the console. It's gone. There ain't going to be no more physical disc that you can buy anymore. Sony showed you 79% of their games last month or the month before was bought digitally. That is done, bro. Why would you even put a disc drive in there? Now, Sony might have to because they are the makers of Blu-ray. So they So they own the Blu-ray. Anything that's Blu-ray, Sony gets paid off of it. They get a kickback. Yeah. That's their patent. That's theirs. So Sony will be forced to put a disc drive in because why would you kill your Blu-ray business? That's how the PlayStation 2 became king, is because it was a DVD player. That's how. You can't abandon where you came from. So Sony might not drop the disc drive in their next console, but Microsoft will. Nintendo will. I know Nintendo will, because Nintendo's going to look at it like this. Hey,
use a game cartridge.
Yo,
game cartridge.
Bro, they're going to get rid of that shit, because you know why? If one thing Nintendo goes into a GameStop, a Game Crazy, any kind of exchange stores, Nintendo throws up because they see that their games are getting resold pretty much for the same damn price that they charge, and they're not getting any money in that. You think the Nintendo guys don't walk into these freaking these spots and say, "Oh my God, they're charging $50 for Mario All-Stars used. These guys just gave them a store credit. We're not getting that kind of money." So when the next Switch does come out, you best believe it's going to have enough memory to where they're going to want you to buy that stuff to load the games either in the cloud or directly to the hardware of the Switch itself. Physical games are going to, they're going away. and there's nothing we can do. But when's the last time one of
That's,
y'all bought?
that's a cost of business you can take away if you don't have to manufacture
Yes,
cartridges
you'll
or
save
CDs.
more money by eliminating the game cartridge, the game card, and the disc. Especially when the disc doesn't do anything. The only thing buying the physical copy does is provide you with artwork on the box. That's it. Once that disc downloads,
Awesome.
that's all it does.
But I think that for that portable, some might, you know, I think they'll still make it because theirs is probably cheaper
Well-
to make than a regular disc.
Well-
It's like a little guard.
Well,
something
but,
like that.
but here's what happens though, and this is why I said that PlayStation is not going to win the console sale next time around. And here's why I tell you why. Because they're going to make less of the disc drives and there will be less consoles, you don't get that buy in bulk price for all the parts that you used to get. So before you had to order 100 million parts because you figured to make 100 million consoles. Now you're only buying 50 million parts because you're thinking you're only going to make 50 million consoles because now everybody's doing this digital shit. And now you have to change the way of buying. The reason why I say that, I'm an executive procurement manager. That's what I do. I buy stuff. And when I see a trend going down, that makes me say, oh, I don't need to buy this shit anymore because as I can see, this doesn't move. So now I don't get that particular discount of buying in bulk or doing what we call a blanket order, where you'll do a blanket order, and I hate to get off track here, but when you do a blanket order, you say, boo, I'm going to buy 10,000 of these this year, but give me 1,000 of them a month. Sony's not going to do that anymore because now they're saying, well, we make less and less of these consoles with the disc drive in them, so maybe we shouldn't order that many. We'll order less. When you order less, it costs you more. Now, keep in mind, everybody that needed a PlayStation 5 really, really bad and couldn't live without it bought a Scout PlayStation. That's why they can raise their price $50 and stand there in a corner with their arms folded and say, I dare you not to buy it. Because it's a hot item to buy. They are the market leader. You fucking solidify video gaming at home with PlayStation. Hey, I'm sorry, Xbox fans. That's just what the fuck it is. I'm sorry, AEW fans. People solidify professional wrestling with the WWE or the WWF. That's just the fuck it is. No, sorry. You can have disposable diapers at Walmart, but everybody calls them what? Fucking Pampers. There is a fucking name brand recognition, and that is a fact. And the Sony name brand recognition will help it over the next few years. However, when the big titles that everybody likes to play, the Minecrafts, the Call of Duties, that shit, the Halo, these fucking shooters, when people get online, all the bullshit and kill each other, that stuff is hot shit. It's not going anywhere until you find something else. Hell, don't forget Fortnite, but again, they're not owned by one of these console guys. They have investments in them. They're not owned by them. So the point is, eventually the console sales are going to die. Eventually there'll be no more consoles. There's nothing we can do about it. I mean, that's just what it is. You don't need to have a console sitting in your living room anymore to play a video game. And that's what we figured out years ago when you didn't need to stay at home to use a telephone. You got what you call a cell phone now. That's just what it is, bro. You evolve over time. Technology becomes better. It becomes smaller. It becomes more convenient. Before, you only had a stove. You had to warm up stuff in a toaster oven. You got microwaves now. A lot faster, quicker.
Air fryers.
Air fryers, bro. That's changing with the times. I get it. Nobody likes it. I remember, man, the last 4 cars that I bought had a CD player in it where you can buy an actual CD from fucking the store. And they still sell them, and you can go and buy a disc and put it in there, and it plays the disc. 13 to 15 tracks. Not anymore. Now they have something called a Bluetooth, where you'll have the actual album on your phone, and you can play the Bluetooth through your car speakers instead of having a clunky CD and a bunch of CDs where everybody's riddling for a CD, damn near crashing because they want to change the disc. So that unfortunately, Microsoft is going to make the gaming console be eliminated. Now,
How many people do you see wanting to use a typewriter?
never. Nigga, they got voice. Bro, the doctors don't even type anymore. They have the fucking voice chat technology that Microsoft owns. That's what they just bought like last year. That shit. Bro, things are changing. There ain't nothing we can do about it. Look, I'm not, and I think that's bad for business. I think it's terrible to eliminate the home console because number one, the console war is over. So all these YouTubers out here that make all their money from the console war, you might want to start updating your resume because there ain't gonna be no consoles in many years to come. They're gonna be having subscription wars now because that's what's gonna be. Because if you think that Nintendo's not gonna have an online subscription service, Sony's not gonna have an online subscription service, you are bugging. There's a reason why those fucking EA getting purchased by Amazon rumors are going around. Because one of them big boys are going to need that in order to survive. And Amazon has the infrastructure to fucking do it. So imagine Amazon saying, hey, we're going to buy all of the EA shit. And if you want to play these EA games, you got to get this EA Play. You got to buy EA Play. And unless you have EA Play, you can't play Madden. You can't play all this other stuff that we have and Knights of the Old Republic and whatever all the EA stuff. They had some good franchises. They kind of fell off, in the latter years. But now you're going to have EA Play. They don't care about selling games. They're going to say, yo, you have the subscription service is how you make money now. EA
Why
Play.
the fuck why would I be worried about selling you a one-time, making a one-time purchase?
Exactly.
When I can have you every month.
Think about this. All it takes is 3 months. And what do you got? $45, right? That's probably what net you would make if you were selling the game inside the store. Think about this now, Dre. You've eliminated the middleman now. Now you don't have to share your profits with GameStop. Now you don't have to share your profits with Best Buy, Walmart, Target. You don't have to share your profits with that. They have to go to a dedicated store or subscription service, EA Play, Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, Nintendo Online. You would have to go there to buy your video games. Now, this is where it gets very, very interesting. Who is the third party that's going to come through and say, hey, we need to be friendly with this said subscription service? That's where Microsoft is ahead of the game. Because now Microsoft can go over to EA, go over to Ubisoft. If the guys that make 2K, what do you call them? What are their names?
Take-Two.
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 Take-Two might say, hey, we want to get a streaming service now because Take-Two's going to say, hey, you know what? We sold 150 million GTA 5s. We might not sell 150 more this gen. If we put it in a subscription service where you pay $10, $15 a month and you can enjoy all of these Rockstars games, these 2K games, but now where they get you, microtransactions. Now you got to use virtual coin for every game now. It's not just on the 2Ks. Virtual coins are in freaking Game Sharks, on freaking, what's the name? Red Dead. All of them, they can make all of them have virtual coins to make up for the physical copy that they didn't sell because they're going to be putting a subscription service. You know who really started this whole subscription service games winning shit? World of Warcraft started that. They were the first ones to really do that. Hey, $10 a month, you get to play this game, we give you this, we give you that. Fortnite does the same thing with the Fortnite Battle Pass or whatever it is. You can have the Fortnite crew. My kids have it. It costs me...
the crew.
Yeah, the crew. It costs me $12.99 a month for all three of my kids to have this Fortnite crew. That shit adds up. Yeah, the game is free to play, but they get damn near $40 out of my black ass, and they still want to buy V-Bucks here and there. So, eventually, everybody's going to go to subscription service. And all the guys that were the console, that's what Microsoft's getting ready for. Microsoft's getting ready for this whole subscription wars. They seen this shit coming from miles away. And they saw it because of fucking Netflix. Netflix started this whole shit where, remember when Netflix first started, they tried to partner with Blockbuster. Blockbuster laughed them out of the room, told them, nah, we ain't doing that shit. Nobody wants to watch movies online. You'll be buffering. The internet's not fast enough. Okay. These cable companies, what do? They increase their speed. They increase their speed on high-speed internet. Now you can probably get a gig up on these motherfuckers now on cable. It's so fast. So everybody that said, well, I'm cutting the cable cord. You know what cable did, Dre? They raised their prices of their internet. You can't live without cable internet. If you have more than 2 people in your house, you need high-speed internet. You ain't watching shit without it. I'm telling you right now. Don't try. You're just going to be frustrated. That's all that's going to happen. You're going to be frustrated because that's the problem. Or that's what the issue. It's not a problem for them, but hey, That's just what it is. We can't do shit about it. Can't. And we're not going to try to. Everything's going to be a subscription service. The physical games go. Now, I'm not telling you this is going to happen tomorrow, but it's going to happen eventually. And we just got to be ready for it. Yeah, listen. Dre is old as I am. So, we love the games. We love to play games. But eventually, you're going to need a subscription service for everything, bro. And whoever
there was a time when you didn't have no online gaming, but now everything is online.
Everything's online. Couch co-op is dead. That's why I didn't understand. Now listen, I don't like Halo, and I get beat up in both Discords because I speak out against it by my fellow Xbox guys. They tell me, "What are you doing? You can't tell them they can play Halo." So they eliminated the co-op, couch co-op from Halo. Nobody cares, bro. I have a 85-inch television right down here in front of me. Do you think I'm playing couch co-op with my kids? They got their own room to go play it in. Yo, I'll see you guys. Go on your own TV. I don't want you next to me. Get out of here. So, don't tell.
Ricky, I think the issue with that though is because they said that they were going to have it, and then they went back on their word. You know what I'm saying? Don't say you're going to do something and then don't do it.
Welcome to the real world. I remember a president saying he wasn't going to raise taxes, and he did it the next week. I remember a gaming company saying that they believe in generations. And now one of their top games coming out in November is going to be cross-gen. I remember that. Remember that? I remember a gaming company told us that you got free upgrades. And then they turned around and said it's $10 now. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I remember that.
Yeah. So when people tell you something, you can't believe nothing you see and only half of what you hear. That's just what it is. Yeah. Microsoft told us back in July of 2020 that they were in better position to have more first-party content come out than they ever were for launch. That they were ready. That when this mother effing Series X and S came out, woo, man, we were going to have so many games that our batteries was going to go low on these controllers. That we weren't going to be able to do nothing. But we were going to stop raising our family. We was going to have so many games to play.
All right, Rick.
Didn't happen. Right?
Now we gotta get back on topic, Rick.
Shit changes, bro. I'm just saying, shit changes. That's just what it is.
Rick, yo, this rain.
Yeah, but bro, that's why we gotta be prepared for change. Sony will change. They are gonna have to change and go day and date because they don't really have a choice at this time. They don't have a choice because
They don't.
They don't want to go day and date, and that's why I get into it with Vaughn all the time. When I tell Vaughn, I'm like, Vaughn, they're going to release these games episodic. And he says, no, they're not going to release them episodic because that failed with Hitman. You can't compare
They
Hitman
can't afford to not
God
do
of
day
War.
and date. They
They
will
don't have the
fail. They
infrastructure
have
to
to.
do the day and date, like Floyd said.
You
You've been
can't
saying that for a
you-
while. They don't have the infrastructure intact to do day and date.
That's the only reason they're not doing it. That's the only reason.
Oh,
That's
Pastor
not
Rose,
the only
what's
reason.
going on, bro?
Yes, it is the only reason.
Oh, that's the only reason. That's what you're saying. Yeah, that was the only
you
reason. I
doing,
thought you
son?
said wasn't.
They're gonna
How
have
was your
to.
swim? You did all right? You got wet
Talking about
clothes?
what?
All right, let's get him in this washer.
I know, dog.
So Play always said that they don't have the infrastructure.
Yeah.
We don't know how that Azure partnership
Yeah,
is
you
going to be
good.
like.
Just make sure you bring down the wet stuff because you don't want to
That
get
don't.
mildew.
I mean, they're gonna have to use somebody's cloud infrastructure for one. They're gonna have to
But
get the
that's what
porting.
Azure's
They're gonna have to
partnership
actually
is
get
down
a.
the line.
They're gonna have to get an actual porting process in place where they can port a game in 20 minutes, not 20 months.
Well, then
They
they're
don't
going
have
to
that
have to
yet.
use PCs.
Would Azure help with that? Play Rossi?
Yeah, but
No.
They would.
Mm-mm. Right? Remember everybody was laughing at Microsoft, right? They came out in 2.16 with that Play Anywhere and whatever that Microsoft Windows. There was some generic thing of Windows. Remember they converted Xbox
That's
One over to
next.
Windows 10. Remember that?
No, yeah.
Right. They had that convert because the Xbox One wasn't running Windows 10 at the beginning of the generation, but in the middle of the generation it was.
UWP.
Right, UWP, yes. All of that was in preparation for all of this. Sony's like 7 years behind.
yes,
That's the problem.
They are behind. They are definitely behind. And if they want to catch up, it's going to cost them a lot of money.
Well,
Mhm.
that's what
I
they
don't think they
got a
can.
partnership.
But hold on.
They
But
can
right
catch up.
now, what they've done, they bought Nixus because they need Nixus to at least cut down on the time of them being able to get games on PC. They needed a dedicated studio for that.
Yeah.
In the background, while they're doing that, I bet you they're working on some type of porting API where this stuff can happen in 30 minutes, and then you just gotta do a bunch of bug fixes and a little bit of optimization. They just can't do day and date right now because one, they don't have the cloud infrastructure. They're gonna have to get all of that set up on somebody's Azure, AWS, or whoever. And then
I think it's
two,
gonna be Azure though, because
I think it will be
Yeah,
two.
it'll be.
And
it'll
then
be
two,
Azure.
they got to get a pipeline, a technology pipeline in order to port stuff like UWP. Once they get that, they'll be caught up. But they'll be caught up to 7 years ago. But Microsoft is way out ahead right now.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
it.
why
I
I always try
mean,
to tell these people like Microsoft is leading the industry. Yeah, they're not making as many console sales, but they have
Rose, I've been
forced
saying that for since
right.
uh,
They have forced Sony to have to make adjustments because if they don't, they're going out of business.
And it's funny because everybody, not to cut you off, sorry, Pastor. Michael Pachter said that years ago, and all the ponies wanted to put his head on a stake. They wanted that dude. Yeah, put him in the washer. They wanted to kill him. They wanted to hurt him, and they wanted him to go to the freaking psych ward. Said he was nuts. And he doubled down, tripled down on that same thing. He said, he told them that, look, if you don't do day and date, Game Pass is going to eat your lunch. It doesn't matter. Look, you can say the games are on quality, that they're no good. You can say whatever you want, right? You can say it. But guess what? The last time I checked, Target has better quality than Walmart, but who's the number one store? They
now, but Rick, now, hold on now.
that was a great analogy.
That's what it is. They be like, Target has better quality.
No, what I'm
you
saying
can't get that
is,
at Walmart, brother.
regardless of the service, it also comes down to the content. Reason why Microsoft, going out and buying these.
You're
Hold
right.
on, let me finish.
Because I got one for you. Go ahead.
That's the reason why Microsoft went out and purchased the parent company of Bethesda, ZeniMax, and trying to get that Activision Blizzard deal. Because those, just like the Activision Blizzard, put in that service is going to be huge, though. It's
going to be very huge. Listen,
it's not, and
Not for what you
game
think
makes
it's going to be
money
used
anyway.
for. It's
Candy
gonna be
Crush
used for the mobile aspect of it.
Yeah, but it's also for, look at the games that are in there. The Overwatch, Call of Duty, Halo, Doom.
But Halo always.
But hold on. But I'm just saying, make no mistake about it. It's the multiplayer games that drive a subscription service. The one and done don't do it.
PlayStation don't have any.
Well, you mean the top multiplayer games
are by Xbox.
Fortnite and Apex is free to play.
Okay.
Yeah. That's true. That is true.
That is true. But the top paid.
Apex Sweat.
Yes.
But see, here's the thing.
Get them.
Yeah.
But here's the whole reason for the Activision play. Call of Duty's the one game everybody's going to
That's what I was alluding to.
That's why it's such a threat.
Yeah, that's why that makes Game Pass.
I'll be back. Parker, Dre, Pastor, take the wheel. I'll be right back.
Well, like I said, so obviously Game Pass won't be as big of a threat without these big acquisitions where they can put these IPs in there, right? So it's all about consuming.
You said Activision won't what?
Say again?
You said Activision won't be as big of a threat?
No. What I was saying, without these big acquisitions to Game Pass, like the Bethesda and the Activision Blizzard, Game Pass wouldn't be probably.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And so that's the reason why they went out and got them, and whatever.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
I
so,
agree with that.
That's the reason why they're
been doing stuff in the background where when the Azure servers, once they finally do use that, that's going to be help with the cloud infrastructure, right? And they've been doing things. The new regime been doing things to put them in a position where they can succeed and stuff long term.
Rose,
yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't that Bethesda deal come with some type of technology for streaming?
They picked up id Software's. Yes, it did. I don't remember the name of it. I forget what the name of it was, but id Software had been working on something internally. I think it was called like Orion or something like that. It did come with some game streaming tech, which I'm pretty sure Microsoft is probably interested in.
I'm sure.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I just don't remember what the name of it. I believe it's called Orion. And I think what also Pat forget. So hold on. Yes, sweetie. Yes. You all done? You ready to behave now?
All right. Now,
All right.
apparently I got to go cook out now.
Hold on, Ricky. Pastor was about to
Yeah.
say something.
So I don't know. So Stadia, when they started their streaming stuff, the game that they and this is why I'm so disappointed in Google, because Google was so far ahead in terms of streaming. They're still far ahead. No, we're not going outside, sweetie.
Yeah, that Stadia technology is
They
top notch.
use they use Doom as their test
Mm.
bed for Stadia.
Wow.
They're with like, if you cannot play Doom without perceivable lag, then this whole streaming stuff is pointless. That was Stadia's position. All right. Because obviously Doom, the first person shooter, reaction times important, all of that stuff. So it's the perfect benchmark. And I'm pretty sure whatever came out of that was where Orion came from, that it developed. Come on, sweetie, we're not going outside. Upstairs. Nope, shoes down. Come on, upstairs. Anyway, y'all still there? I don't know if I cut out.
Oh, we still here.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
still here.
Yeah, we listen to your point. We like to show respect to our guests on this show.
My goodness.
We want to make sure that nobody gets over talked to or talked down.
No,
to.
I'm straight. I'm straight, bro. Go ahead.
We will not make fun of people's sexuality or their
Oh my God!
lack,
Here we go.
or their lack of Madden skills, and we're not going to talk about people's dead parents as well.
Oh my goodness, bro.
These are things that will not happen. Now, that being said, thanks to everybody that came through. We've been live for an hour and 11 minutes or so. Parker came through, Dre came through, Pastor came through. I appreciate that, man. Y'all need to come through all the time. It's a better show when we have different ideas. And when we try to stay.
Well, I mean, I couldn't. Like I said, I couldn't get in.
That's why I'll tell you, you gotta have that where it's visible though.
Well, I tell you what, I got two mods in here, Parker and a pastor. Cause somebody fix this room so that people can see.
Where the town hall
I
is
hope you
visible.
figure it out, bro.
I
I know you're a little technically challenged.
Oh,
bro.
well, hey, brother. I ain't
You're brown, bro. You're brown.
Listen, hey, that's what it is. But that's why you make mods, and you know people in high places so they can fix that kind of stuff. Come on, man. You think Z's doing all his technical work? Come on, dog.
I know he's not.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. Everybody gets help. Like, we don't know it all. We just we do what we can. But I gotta go cook this stuff on the grill because these kids done came from swimming and they are hungry. So
I know how it is.
yeah, I got to get that done. But I thought they'd be going for an hour. They were out going an hour and 10 minutes. So I was like, you know what? You don't want to oversaturate yourself. 1 hour show is good enough. You start going on for 2 hours or so, people think that you're rambling. But I like to have Dre on and Pastor again. I love when Parker comes on because Parker kind of keep me on my toes, a little bit. He got stomped out today though because ain't nothing you can say. They want that Call of Duty bad, bro, and they can have it.
I didn't get stomped out. I was telling the reason why Western was saying though. That was actually
who was saying what? Because
I mean, what was in that paper? The CMA, what they were saying.
Yeah, that they.
I just said what they said.
You're right.
Only
but the problem with that is you rose PlayStation $50. Nobody said nothing, but you're crying over a guy giving you buying something and telling you they're not going to keep it exclusive. What's the problem?
Hold on, no, stop. We were talking about to raise money. What about? Did anybody say anything about the Facebook raising that the Quest?
Who uses Quest?
I know.
Well, it's still a product
bro.
for the consumer though.
Yeah, but
but here's
Parker,
the thing.
Quest is like
about
the small school bus of the argument here. Like it's not many of them, and they carry very little bit of children. But however,
what was the reasons the CMA was talking about all of these things? We are concerned about
all points. Sony points.
To kind of like be anti-competitive.
Yes. Well, wait for the consumer. Wait, they didn't want the prices to raise on the consumer, and they didn't want the workforce in the UK to be shrinking by them purchasing them. They think that it can harm. They said harm. They were talking about Sony, but they're saying that also that they can raise the prices of video games make the workforce smaller. However, they didn't say anything about that price increase for the PlayStation 5. They
Yeah,
didn't
that's
raise
the
it.
thing. Like,
Yeah,
they're not
that's
going to
crazy.
increase the price of Call of Duty just because they own it. They're
No.
going to put it in Game Pass. Obviously, the subscription to Game Pass will go up eventually. It probably ain't
Absolutely.
gonna go. It
But
probably ain't gonna go up soon
and
after
that's
that
what
acquisition.
Hogue Law, he was saying that a consent decree is probably in effect because you hear Phil Spencer saying what he's not gonna do, what he's going to do.
Exactly.
He said usually that means that that's part of the consent decree is saying that okay, I'm gonna keep it on PlayStation. I'm not
Yep.
gonna raise the price of Game Pass. That's the kind of stuff that he's saying, but he really doesn't need to raise the price of Game Pass, like I said, because if you gain 5 million Game Pass subscribers that'll leave PlayStation just to come for the Call of Duty, that's
More
what,
people that come,
that's
the
what it
cheaper it
is.
is for y'all.
But here's also the thing they did because they just really what they do it so clever. All right, they're not raising the price of Game Pass, but they're introducing the family tier.
Mm-hmm.
Who is not using Game Pass right now as a family tier? You got multiple Xboxes in your house. You are figuring out a way to do that.
Well, except for me, I
And
kind of give
you
them
can
all
let your
their
You got
friends
own.
more
use it.
than
They don't
two,
have to
it's
be
a
family
problem.
members.
Yeah, I kind of give them all their own joint because I don't want them using my passwords or nothing. So
Yes.
I don't let them use my account. And nor do I put my account like my Xbox account is only allowed on two
Trying to use
Xboxes,
Game
the
Pass.
bedroom and the cave. That's it. I don't let it go anywhere else. So that's what that is. But again, everybody like button if you're in here. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Hold on, I gotta give Parker a wrench. He's a mod. How could he not have a wrench? Which means he doesn't come into the freaking chat a lot.
Parker, he disappeared. He come in for a day or two and then he dipped.
He said he couldn't see the room. That's why I'm like, yo, Parker, what are you talking
No,
about?
it wasn't though. Dre was in here with me. Town Hall wasn't visible though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was invisible.
It shouldn't be, but I'll fix it. Or Rose will fix
Yeah,
it.
that's it. So then it makes it easier. It's like, okay, boom, whoever has access to that room could go there
Yeah.
and be there for the shows, whatever.
Absolutely. That's what I had wanted to do with it. Oh, I got to do it from. Oh man. All right. So thank everybody that rocked out. You know what? I haven't given you guys any content in 9 days. It wasn't that I was being lazy. My uncle died. I got this whole stuff back to school, so it was just it was a little tough. But no,
Sorry to hear about your uncle, bro.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Shout out, rest in peace, my uncle Kenny Brown. He was
Sorry
a
to hear
good
that,
man.
bro.
He was always thank you. He was always positive, So that's one of the main things we gonna miss about him is that he was always a very positive brother. He never and that's what you need in life. You don't want negative feelings on people, and I think that we need more positive people. Like the negativity is a cancer. You should be try to uplift people because talking down to somebody is not going to make them do better.
No,
it's not. So I think us especially as black men, uplift our children, tell them how good they do, even if they're doing bad, tell them how they can do better. I'm not telling you to give them out participation trophies, but I'm telling you is when they do something bad, don't let them know like, well, you ain't never gonna be nothing. Don't tell them stuff like that. You gotta uplift.
you can't do that.
No, you gotta
That's
uplift.
how you ruin a
spirits.
person.
Yes, you have to uplift spirits. You have to be positive, and that's one of the things that my Uncle Kenny Brown was. He was very positive, and that right there is that's what you got to be in this world. So on that note, hit that like button, subscribe, please. And I got a whole bunch of hamburgers to go and cook, and it's about to rain too, and it's about to get dark. Oh my God! Yeah, they're gonna need that daylight savings real quick.
All right.
All right,